So we are back. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 each. I'm going to do 2 more in both categories, and then we're going to jar them. So I wanted to do these last 2 in the camera because I don't know if the first tutorial really worked well or not. So we start off by doing that quintessential bow, the shorter end in the back. So it's like a bow. I don't know if you can see that well. And then you flip that shorter end inwards. You try to do it as close to the end as possible because you want to end up with a star shape without much leeway in between. You want it to be fitted. So as you can see, this strap here is well fitted inside the fold. And then you take the long piece and you bend it backwards. It automatically, or I should say naturally, should fold to each side, and you keep folding it back. Oops, sorry. It is quite difficult with the gloves. Okay, so as you can see, this, I can't really tuck it in the fold here because it is too short. So what I will do is I'll cut it in half and tuck it into the previous fold, which would be here. And I will try to do that with these gloves. Actually, I might just do one more each because it's really hard to maneuver in these skeleton claws of mine. Lord. Okay. Success. Victory is ours. Okay. So, and then you pinch the sides. So you start off with any two sides, and so I will try to pinch the sides. There we go. And we have our star. So that's one, and then I'm going to do the triangle again, and hopefully you guys can see this. Unfortunately, my camera is such that I cannot get anything better. So again, I'm starting off by folding this down the length of it in triangular pleats. And I do about 5 or 6. I wasn't counting, unfortunately, but 5 or 6 should do it. 6 might be just pushing it, but so anyways, then it naturally will coil into a pyramid, which you sit it on the base. I don't know if you can see that. And then you just wrap the paper around it. It will naturally want to coil around the triangular form because we set up the pleats and a base for it to follow. So you keep folding and folding and folding until you're left with an ooh la la. As you can see, this is too short to tuck in there, so again, I'm going to have to snip off part of it and then tuck it in. Okay, perfect. So now that we have those, we will choose the jars. So also as you can see, I have a lot of paper left, so you don't necessarily need all this paper, depending on the size of your jar. And you don't have to use jars like this. You can do mason jars or with the seal tight, the bale wire, I think it's called. But this is what I had. So because this has a little bit more flamboyancy, I think that's a word, I will use it with the triangles because they're plainer, and this because it's like more smooth and ordinary, I'm going to put the stars in it. Hopefully they fit. I haven't tested this out, so we will start placing in. Hey. And technically, if you wanted to, you could put like motivational messages that will fit on the paper and tuck it in for a later. Oh no! The triangle's unfolding. No! Take this one out. Okay, we'll fix that in a minute. So we put that one. There we go. Come on. Hopefully the stars fit in the other one. I didn't even check. So we have that. Let's see if we can fix this baddie. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to cut here because it's too short otherwise, and it's gonna keep falling out. And you don't like, you could even mix it, like do a jar with both triangles and stars. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's pop that in there. So those are my triangles. And then we will put our stars. So this goes in a lot easier. And then you could like print out labels like failed dreams or, you know, shooting stars or something like that. And then we are left with that. And then you just like place it on a shelf or something. Like I said, with a label would be cool. Or we could try mixed, but I mean, whatever. That's it. That was the craft. And I feel slightly more capable. So it was a success. Thank you for watching. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on how to do the stars and the triangles, if it didn't show up well on camera, let me know. I'll try to figure something out. I'm using a Google Pixel 6. That's what I got. I'm sorry. But yeah. Thank you for watching, and enjoy your day, evening, or I forgot, afternoon, depending on where you are. Bye!